Y'all hear that? That's the sound of money going down the drain. Oh man, hey, how y'all doing? I'm Carlos, and this is Young Wealthy and Black Academy. And today we're gonna deal with wealth as always. And one portion of wealth is keeping money in your pocket, right? So we're gonna do this series of how to fix stuff, right? We're gonna have a whole series of fix-its. How to fix a clogged food disposer. Because, like I said before, one portion of wealth is not to spend the money anyway. Now, we can spend a bunch of money on calling a plumber out to everything, or calling an electrician or calling a mechanic. But there are certain things that we can do ourselves, and this is certainly one of them. First things first, what can we put in this garbage disposal? We're going to stop calling it a garbage disposal because I think that may be contributing to the problem of why we keep having this thing to break. At least in my, look, maybe I'm just giving my own testimony, but certainly I'm just tired of it, y'all. I mean, I keep having to fix this stupid garbage disposal that folks call it that. Can we just stop calling it that? I think it'd be better if we call it, how about we call it a soft food disposal or a food disposer? I think that's better, because when we think garbage disposer, I think that's what's causing us to put all this crap inside of these food disposers. And really they're for food, and not every food either. They're for soft food. I don't know if we know that around my house, and maybe we don't know that outside of my house either. So we're making this video for, first of all, charity begins at home. We're making it for the young household, but we thought it would be helpful for you as well. So what are some things that we don't want to put down this thing? So one way we can help to fix it is not to have it broke in the first place, right? And how to have it not broke in the first place is not to put banana peels, corn husks, coffee grounds. You see that list there: artichokes, pasta, rice, grease, and fat. These are the no-nos. I have some circled no-nos as well. Believe it or not, everything that's circled here, why is it circled? Because I've actually had to fish this out of our garbage disposal before. Whoops, our soft food disposal. Dish towels, silverware, eggshells, pits from fruit like peaches and plums. I've had to pull those things out. Bones, shrimp, crab shells, and glass. Another one is eggshells. They don't like that either. So it's soft food, y'all. Let's just keep that in mind. But if we didn't do that, if we didn't only put soft food down there, and now the thing is on the fritz, let's talk about how to fix it. First of all, food disposal probably off. So let's turn it on. Let's see what we got. We have to assess the situation. What is the problem? That's a problem, and we got to know that sound. Like, isn't that a terrible sound? Around here sometimes, and I don't know if it's, I'm around here, we'll have this thing sounding like this and won't do nothing about it. Isn't that terrible? Isn't that letting you know, look, something is being destructed. Something is being destroyed. Stop, in other words. When you hear that, you need to stop and do something about it. Here's another sound that you need to be. See, that's more subtle. Sometimes when you turn that switch on, you'll just hear a low hum. That's actually a good thing. That means that machine has auto-killed itself. This food disposer has auto-killed. It's set itself off on purpose so that you won't destroy the machine. It's a shame that it would have to come to that, because when you hear that first destructive noise, that should cause you to stop. But sometimes around here, that doesn't cause us to stop, and then you get this second noise. Now, I'll say this, when, or let's just say if, because I hope it doesn't happen, If you turn that thing on and you don't hear a hum and you don't hear that destructive noise, it's time. You need to call a plumber then. You've gone well beyond kind of a self-fix-it thing. Now you're probably going to have to, unfortunately, replace the unit. But if you've had either of those sounds, the sound of the destructive sound, here, let me go back to it again, just this sound or this sound, that humming sound. If you got either of those, this is the right channel for you to be on, because we're going to talk about how to fix that. All right, first things first, safety, right? Turn the thing off. You've already heard either a low hum or that destructive sound. Now turn it off. Now we have to fix it. We have to be safe, y'all. Here's some tools that you're going to need. First of all, you need some eyewear. If you're already wearing cheaters like me, that's fine. Wear your cheaters or your eyeglasses or some safety glasses. You need some light, because you're going to be looking down into the crevice of that food disposer. So you need some kind of light source. Tongs. You're going to need tongs. We're not putting our hands inside a food disposer, y'all. Come on now. We knew better than that, right? And you're going to need a 1/4 inch Allen key. The particular disposer that we're using is a Badger line, and it's made by Insinkerator. I don't know your disposer. Take a look at it. You got to look on the side of the machine, and it'll tell you the model number, and then get your manual so you know how to proceed. Maybe it's exactly the same as what I'm saying, but if it's not, you get your manual so you'll know. But if you have a Badger type, this is the right film for you, or an Insinkerator type, and any one of these models that's listed here, this is the right film for you. Okay, when you go under the machine, these are the instructions you see on figure A there and figure B. First of all, you want to turn off the disposer, right? We've already done that part, hopefully. Then insert one end of the service wrench, they're calling it. Now, I don't know. If you still have it, great. I don't still have mine, but it's a 1/4 inch Allen key. So if you have that, use that. If not, every hardware store has an Allen set. So, and you're going to need it anyway. So get your 1/4 inch Allen set. Third, reach into the disposal with tongs and remove objects. That's going to come. I'm going to detail that a little bit later. So you got the part A there, which is to move the drum around with the Allen key, or the wrench that they provide. But you put it into this A socket here, and you kind of give it a full turn forward, full turn backwards. You're trying to dislodge whatever is lodged inside of that machine. So this is how you go about releasing the disposer jam. So that's for 1 and 2 items, and then 3. Now you have to reach inside of the disposer to get rid of whatever is in there. So now you go back up top, and one more thing we forgot to say. See, there's that B part. Now they say to do it after you clear the disposer. We're gonna go along with that. So you have to know where that reset button is, and that's what we're pointing to. B there. B is the reset button for your disposer. Okay. A you do first, and then you're gonna go and release it with tongs, and then you're gonna do the B part. But I want to show you where it is. All right. Now you come up top. You see, this is the setup that I used. I took that light source and kind of put it on top of a top. Anyway, made it where it can give me light looking down into that crevice of that disposer, because you're gonna need to see inside of that thing. Then next, I took the tongs. Remember, this is off now. The disposer is off. Now I took the tongs, and I'm looking inside this disposer for those naughty items that we talked about before. Is it going to be a pit from a peach? Is it going to be glass? Is it going to be eggshells, a towel, whatever? You got to find it and get it out of there. one thing that helps if you can't see it readily, give it like a press down upon the base of the machine. So when you put the tongs in, you can feel the tongs hitting the bottom of it. And then you can just rotate it a quarter turn. Here, let me show you a little bit better what I'm talking about. You see that these tongs are bottomed out. It won't go any further into the machine. And now you can kind of turn the machine with the tongs, like a quarter turn, because you're basically doing a Easter egg hunt. You're trying to find something that's lies inside of this machine, and you may not be able to see it readily when you first look down there. Give it a quarter turn, then take another look. Give it another quarter turn, take another look, another quarter turn. While you're looking for what is inside there. There's a little gear type thing in here. It's hard to see here. I was doing my best to try to show you, but it's just hard to see down inside that machine. There's a little gear type mechanism inside of here. That's usually a good place to search for something to be lodged inside of this machine. Then, once you do that, once you find what's lodged in it, what do you do next? You leave it in there? Of course not. You take it out. We knew that. I'm messing around with you. So then we take it out. This just happened yesterday, y'all. This is what was lodged in there. This is like a rib, a beef rib bone. Ooh, it was good too. I mean, this wasn't good, but my smothered ribs, oh, it's delicious. And then I guess one of the teenagers, they won't fess up, but one of the boots, I guess they put the whole thing down into the doggone garbage disposer, food disposer, and got this chunk old bone stuck in there, and then it was rattling around, and no one thought to fix it. But we're making this thing now. Now everyone's gonna know how to fix it, right? Right. All right. So this was in there, this bone, and we released it. We got it out of there, and then once you do that, you turn it back on. You want to test your work, right? One step. I always forget stuff. Hey, before you turn it on, you have to go under. This was the step we forgot. Go back here. Once you dislodge that whatever's in there, that's when you hit B, this B part here, which is the reset button. You feel under there, and there's a reset button that's under the garbage disposer. Hit that to reset it so that the machine is in operating condition again. Then once you do that, turn it back on, and yes, the moment of truth. You don't hear any humming, you don't hear any rattling. All you hear is pretty much water gurgling and going down the motor. So with that is how you fix a food disposer. All right. Peace and love to you all. We really love you, beloveds. Thank you for tuning in. More to come.